Hey everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to dive deep into the world of gold IRAs. You've probably heard about them as a way to diversify your retirement savings, so we're going to break it all down. What they are, the really critical rules you have to follow, and exactly how you can get started, step by step.
That's a question on pretty much everyone's mind these days, right? With all the economic ups and downs, a lot of people are looking for ways to protect their hard-earned nest egg. They're turning to assets that have, been around forever. And that's exactly why we're digging into gold IRAs today. All right, so here's our game plan for today. We'll kick things off with the basics. What even is a gold IRA? Then we'll cover the 3 non-negotiable rules you absolutely have to know. We'll look at a real-life costly mistake to avoid, walk through the 5 steps to open an account, and wrap up with how to pick the right company to work with.
So let's get right into it. What exactly is a gold IRA when people talk about it? Let's break it down in simple terms. Okay, so think of it like this. A gold IRA is a special kind of retirement account. But instead of holding digital stocks or bonds, paper assets, you're holding tangible, physical precious metals. We're talking actual gold bars, silver coins, real assets that you can, in theory, hold, all within the same tax-advantaged wrapper of a regular IRA.
Now, the magic word here is self-directed. What does that mean? It just means you get more say in what you invest in, allowing you to include alternative assets like gold. But, and this is important, it's still an IRA. So all the rules you're probably already familiar with, like how much you can contribute each year and when you can take money out, those all still apply just the same.
Okay, now we're getting to the really, really important stuff. The 3 unbreakable rules from the IRS. Getting these wrong isn't just a slap on the wrist. It can be incredibly expensive. So seriously, you're going to want to lean in for this part.
All right, rule number 1. Not just any old piece of gold or silver will work. The IRS is super strict about this. Your gold has to be at least 99.5% pure. But get this, there's a super weird exception that everyone should know about. The U.S. American Gold Eagle coin. It's actually allowed, even though it's technically not pure enough. It's a special exception written right into the law.
Rule number 2, and this is a big one. You can't go it alone. You are legally required to have an IRS-approved custodian. Think of them like the official referee for your account. They handle all the buying and selling, the paperwork, and all the reporting to the IRS to make sure everything is completely above board. And that brings us to rule number 3. Honestly, if you remember only one thing from this whole explainer, make it this one. The precious metals in your IRA absolutely, positively cannot be stored at your house. Not in your safe, not under your mattress, not even in your personal safe deposit box. They have to be held in a separate, secure, IRS-approved facility. This one is completely non-negotiable.
And just to show you how serious the IRS is about that storage rule, let's look at a real-life cautionary tale of what happens when someone gets it wrong.
So let's talk about the McNultys. This couple, they thought they were doing everything by the book. They set up their account, they bought the right coins, they even kept meticulous records. But they made one single fatal error. They kept the coins in their safe at home.
And look, this isn't some tiny footnote in a giant tax document. The IRS is loud and clear about this. They have official warnings telling people to watch out for anyone who says you can store your IRA's gold at home. It's a huge red flag.
So what was the price tag for that one single mistake? Over $320,000. Yeah, let that sink in for a second.
That's not a typo. The tax court basically said the moment you put those coins in your home safe, you took a full payout from your IRA. And boom, they were on the hook for over $270,000 in taxes on the value of the gold, plus another $50,000 in penalties. Just a financially devastating outcome from one simple mistake.
Okay, wow. So that's what not to do. Let's totally switch gears now and talk about the right way to set up a gold IRA. The good news? It's actually a pretty straightforward 5-step process when you follow the rules.
It really boils down to these 5 steps. First, you choose a provider you trust. Second, you fill out their application. Third, and this is a big one, you fund the account. Fourth, you pick out the specific IRS-approved metals you want to own. And fifth, your provider helps arrange for that compliant third-party storage we just talked about.
All right, let's talk about step 3, funding your new account. Most folks do this by moving money from an old 401k or another IRA they already have. This is a step where you really want to get the details right. And hey, if you want a super detailed breakdown of how this rollover process works, we've actually linked to a great free gold IRA guide right in the description for you.
And this table here, it lays it out perfectly. You've got 2 options. The direct rollover is what you want. The money goes straight from your old account to the new one. You never even touch it. It's clean and simple. The indirect rollover is where they mail you a check. This way is risky. You've got a tight 60-day deadline to get it deposited, and they're required to withhold 20% for taxes. The direct method is, without a doubt, the way to go.
All right, we're on the home stretch. This last part might just be the most important decision you'll make in this whole process, picking the right company to guide you. First things first, let's be real about the fees. Because you're storing and insuring a physical asset, there are some extra costs. You'll usually see some one-time setup fees to get started and then annual fees to pay for the custodian and the secure vault. Any good company will lay all of this out for you in a clear, easy-to-understand fee schedule. No surprises.
So how do you tell the good guys from the bad guys? It's all about knowing what to look for and what to run from. You want a company with totally transparent fees, a great reputation, and an educational, no-pressure vibe. On the flip side, if you see hidden costs, get a high-pressure sales pitch, or hear promises of guaranteed returns, run. And a huge red flag is if they try to push you into rare, collectible coins instead of the standard IRS-approved stuff.
Okay, so let's boil this all down. What are the big takeaways here? First, a gold IRA is a tool for diversification, not a get-rich-quick scheme. Second, those IRS rules on purity, custody, and especially storage, they are not suggestions. Third, just to say it one more time, home storage can lead to disaster. And finally, the single most important decision you'll make is picking a transparent, reputable company to work with.
And that's a wrap on our guide to gold IRAs. We've covered what they are, how to set one up correctly, and the major pitfalls to avoid. So now the question really goes back to you. Knowing the rules and how it all works, is adding a tangible asset like gold the right move for your personal, long-term retirement plan? Thanks so much for watching.